This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
Welcome back. Welcome back, Gurdeep.
Wow.
I started singing while you were gone.
That's nice. I like it.
It's gotten better,
you hit
right?
The baritone. That's really good.
We missed you. It feels like you were gone forever. It was only like a week and a few days, but it felt like a month.
It did. It felt like that for me, too.
Did it really? Okay. And, recently Renee Zellweger came out talking about why she left Hollywood for some time. It was like from 2010 to 2016. And she said she was sick of hearing her own voice.
Oh.
That's how I think everyone listening feels about my voice.
Because you're still sick.
Yeah. They're
I can
sick
hear
of
it.
hearing me talk. And so you have the floor. How was your trip?
I went on 2 trips. I was lucky enough to go on 2 trips. They were amazing. Costa Rica was a trip for 2 friends who turned 40.
Woohoo!
Terrific trip. If you have not been to Costa Rica, it is one of the most beautiful, eco countries ever. Like in the rainforest, I felt like I was an avatar. It was insane. It was so beautiful. Highly recommend Costa Rica. And then
Now you look blue to me. Now I just see
yes,
in
yes,
Avatar. Okay.
I'm one of the Navi.
I'm getting a visual. Yes, go on.
And then I came back for a day, and then I went on a trip. I do a bit of travel writing. I went down to Tucson, somebody writing a story on the beautiful city of Tucson. Never been before. All I could think of was Austin Matthews because that's his state, Arizona. It has some of the best food I've ever eaten.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a gastronomy city. But I will say, on these 2 trips, I learned a very valuable lesson.
What?
Don't wear your expensive sunglasses in the ocean.
No.
Yeah, I have
You lost
one
them?
nice pair of sunglasses, and I was in Costa Rica. We were on the beach. I was like, let's go into the ocean. And I thought about taking them off. I'm like, no, I'll just I'll hold them on when I go under. And there were great waves coming, and I just got carried away, and I dove into a wave, and I felt them get ripped off my face.
Oh, yeah.
And I tried feeling around on the ocean floor, but the waves kept
They're
knocking
gone.
me over. They were gone.
I wish I could have spoken to you before you did that because my husband Paul has lost, I don't know, at least a dozen on my watch. And now I won't let him. I'm like, first of all, you're buying the cheap ones because you're going to lose them in the ocean, which is what you do every time.
I ended up buying a cheap pair off the street. Now those are my sunglasses. So
Yeah.
downgraded from $400 to $15.
Well, I'm so glad you came back, learning so much.
Yeah,
About
it was
life.
Great. I will say though, you
Some
said
deep thoughts.
You said it. That was my big takeaway. Don't wear your one expensive pair of sunglasses in the ocean, kids. Trust me. It did feel like I was gone for a really long time. I missed coffee. I was so happy to come back to her. I missed my family, and believe it or not, Pooja and staff, I missed you guys. I'm actually really happy to be back. What did I miss around here?
Actually, something pretty epic.
Yeah, when you want to be there for your baby's first steps or your baby's
When you had a
first
baby? How long was I
words.
gone?
No, those are moments you don't want to miss.
I'm your baby.
Oh, okay.
In this scenario.
Even though you're older than me. Okay.
Yeah. In this scenario, I'm the baby.
Yeah, you missed a big step with Pooja.
Did you learn how to blow her nose?
I had to because I have a
Okay.
cold, yes, and that's never
Congrats.
going away.
What else?
Apparently, I now know how to sneeze properly. My sneezes
What?
sound like sneezes, not like coughs.
So she usually sneezes like 4 or 5
it's like
times in a
this,
row.
and he goes,
Yeah. And then by the 5th or 6th one, it sounds like a sneeze. You're like, oh, there it is.
yeah.
you sneezed properly
She
in the
did a
first one?
real sneeze on the second one.
Yes.
Second one.
I'm so proud of you.
There
I
you
think.
go.
Somebody, can I throw some pepper at her? I want to hear it. Anyone got any pepper?
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Why not take this opportunity to put a smile on your face and find a reason to laugh, even with all of the other things, all the heavy things that are happening in your life right now. So, comedians, they do it best. They make us laugh. Let's laugh together. Here's Taylor Tomlinson on being single and hanging with married friends.
I think it's important to hang out with your married friends if you are the single friend. You play an important role in their lives. I love to third wheel it with my married friends. Go out to dinner, see a movie, because I love that moment when they walk up to meet me in front of the restaurant and I can tell that they've been fighting in the car. Married people think you hide it so well. You're just like, let's just table it till later. Let's just table it till later and have a nice evening. And then come in real sweaty like, hey, it's good to see you. Glad we're finally doing this. Did they bring bread? They should have brought bread. The bread should have beat us here. Hey, can we get some bread, please? Can we get something to do with our hands other than attack each other, please? How are you? Tell us about you. Don't make me look at her. Don't make me look at her. And that's when you, as a single friend, get to tell your married friends all about dating nowadays. You get to tell them about the ghosting and the catfishing, and you know they get back in the car a few hours later like, I don't say this enough, but I'm grateful for you. Hang out with your married friends. Go to their barbecue. I'd love to come. What can I bring? Ice, dessert, perspective?
Yeah, it's perspective we probably can all use. And why do we always get in a fight when we're out to meet other people? Why does it have to happen then? I don't know. And they know. It's so true. Everybody knows that you're in a fight. You cannot hide it. Here's Jim Gaffigan on not being scared of your parents or your friends' parents. Remember when we used to be scared of them?
My friends growing up were afraid of my dad. You know, my childhood best friend to this day is still afraid of my dad. My dad's been dead for 30 years. My kids, their friends, they view me as an Uber driver. And they've requested a silent ride. Can we turn down the music, Jim?
Jim, not Mr. Gaffigan.
No, Jim.
Jim.
I'm sure many of you can relate to now feeling like an Uber driver when it comes to your kids and their friends. Tom Papa, another comedian, on what nobody tells you about having kids.
When I was little, I don't know if you're like me, but when I was a child, they made me live with my parents. And I couldn't drink stuff or smoke stuff because they were always around. And then when I got away from them, I made my own family. And nobody tells you when you have kids that your children become your new parents. And you can't drink stuff or smoke stuff because they're always around. And they can't keep a secret.
They can't keep a secret. And finally, this comedian, Nate Bargatze, who is so funny on operating the microwave.
I don't know how long to microwave something. I have to ask her every time, as if her family invented the microwave. How long do we microwave this for? And she's like, do it till it's hot. It's like, but I know you know a number, you know? Just say the number. I'm either gonna call my mom or you're gonna tell me the number. If she doesn't tell me, I type in 90 minutes and I walk away.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
Ooh, it's International Playdate Day. That's fun. Have you done this, Pooja, with Sia and Bodhi?
I find this so intimidating. I actually have no idea how to initiate asking for a play date for my children. I've never done this before, and I just don't even know how it works. Like, is it like courting? Do I have to like bring baked goods to make like other parents, I don't know, like me? Do I have to make eye contact first? First we make eye contact, establish each other's names, and then over time get to know each other's like star signs, and then eventually I can be like, hey, do you want to come over for a play date with little Billy? Like, how does it work?
Part of what you just said sounds like a predator stalking its prey in the wild. Have you ever, in your single days, did you ever ask anyone out?
No.
All right, well.
What?
Well, this is a similar skill set. Like, asking someone out is similar to, like, asking someone for a date or a play date.
What?
Yeah, that's right.
That's how seriously I have to take it? Like,
well,
because
you can be soups cash about it. Just be eating an apple, leaning against the wall, be like, hey, and play
What's
date?
up?
You, me, our kids, play date?
Yeah, they're going to come over. They can't wait.
I really want this to happen for Sia and Bodhi's sake, but I have to be honest with you, Pooja. After seeing how awkward you are with strangers at small talk, straight up, I don't think this is going to go well for you.
Come on,
I
don't
think it's
say
achievable.
that.
It's just going to take some work. Like, Sia, Bodhi, and the other kids, they're going to be having a great time, but I think this is going to be you and the other parent in the other room.
I'm having a good time. Not.
You're going to be full Garth Algar in the other room, have nothing to say with the parent.
Oh, my goodness.
You're going to get dumped after one play date.
Because that's what this is about, right? Like, you think it's about the kids having a play date, but it's not. It's about me having a relationship with the parent, and I don't have a relationship with the parent. I only know the kid's name. Even then, I barely know the kid.
Okay, then listen, maybe try the Keen Briber approach. go with, you mentioned baked goods.
Yeah.
Lean into that. How about like something like, hi, I brought cookies for the class. They're gluten-free, dairy-free, and probably joy-free, but I was hoping you'd like to share them with me during a play date.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a lineup of parents who want to come over for a play date.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
You work in an office, we all know the one coworker whose desk is a disaster.
That's like behind here on the board. I'm always cleaning the board.
Yeah.
I stopped doing that because the last 2 times I cleaned the board, I got COVID. So I'm not cleaning anymore.
So just don't touch it.
Nope.
Leave it as is. Don't even try to fix it.
Yep.
There is always that one coworker who has like the messiest desk. And then there's the one who has like the most pristine desk.
Yes.
And then there's the one who has all the treats.
Yeah.
Right? It has all like, if you like, do you have chocolate? Do you have whatever? Somebody else has all the medication.
Yeah.
Tylenol,
Yep.
Advil, whatever in their drawers. Like, you know who to go to
Yep.
in terms of who has what in their desk. I remember as an intern, I worked behind the scenes and I worked with the health reporter at the time, and her desk was always really messy. And she would get a lot of stuff, a lot of mailers of stuff like cookbooks and things like that. And she'd ask me to go through it. So I'd be at her desk. And one time I was looking for a paper clip. And so I opened the top drawer, and she had one of those wind up toys, but it was like teeth.
What? The ones that like clatter and then they
Yes.
like walk across your desk?
Yes.
What?
And I was like, this is so weird. What a weird thing to have in your desk. And like, she was a health reporter. Like, I don't know what that, maybe like
That
the
got
health of your
sent
teeth.
in a package? Yeah.
But she decided to keep it. And I just thought, what is she doing in her spare time when nobody's looking?
She just winds it up.
Winding it up and having fun in between commercial breaks? I'm not sure. But
that's awesome.
It's always fun to look at people's desks because I think it also says a lot about them. Like, I always admired people who had all of the pictures up of their family. And,
Yeah.
they wanted to see their family all the time. I don't know if people still do that.
We don't have offices in our building. It's all share space.
There's
so
a lot
it's
of
all
that.
open. So a lot of people don't leave stuff in their space.
Yeah.
Some people kind of claim it even though it's share space. But I remember back when I had an office when I was a producer, like a commercial producer, and I had like everything in there. All the fun stuff that we'd get mailed to us, like all little toys in there. And then I had all the pictures of like my kids and my nieces and nephews, and then all the celebrities that came by. So it was like a fun space.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's your desk. You can make it your own. But if it's a shared space,
Yes.
it's a bit weird when you come in
Yeah.
on Monday morning and you're like, oh, there's Bob's kids. That's a bit weird.
And I thought that was my desk, but I guess not.
We want to know, is there something wacky that you've seen on someone's desk or maybe even in their desk drawer? And, you don't have to tell us why you were in their desk drawer. Maybe you were like me, innocently looking for a paperclip. We want to hear from you. Give us a call, 416-872-2434, 416-872-CHFI, or text us at 981-981.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Here it is. Nearly 30% of Canadians realize that they are out of shape when doing this. Nearly 30% of Canadians realize they are out of shape when doing this. Where do
Everything.
I start? Yeah.
So everything?
Where do I start? I feel like the older I get, like even stairs, everything. Now it comes with the sounds too. A lot of like,
And then when you're done, you're like, my back hurts.
Yes.
Why does my back hurt?
And all I did was reach for the remote.
And I just walked up 3 steps.
That's it. Nearly 30% of Canadians realize they are out of shape when doing this. If you think you know the answer, give us a call. What do you think it is? Nancy in Burlington.
I think it's climbing stairs because that's how I feel.
That's when you realize you're like, I guess I'm out of shape.
For sure.
Yeah, Nancy, good guess, but not the right answer.
Okay, then. Thanks.
Have a
good
good one.
day.
Josie from Toronto, what's your guess?
Good morning. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
I think I'm going to say going up and down stairs.
It's a popular one, and I think we all feel it, and it depends on how many stairs, but those stairs could be 3 stairs. It could be 4 stairs. That's enough.
Yes.
Yep. Good guess, Josie. Not the right answer, though.
All right. Have a great day, guys.
You too.
Bye.
Let's go to Oshawa. Sarah, what's your guess?
Is it getting out of bed?
What happens when you get out of bed?
I literally have to crawl on the side of my bed.
Oh, no.
to do what I need to do, and I'm only 42.
I don't know if that's you or if that's the bed. Maybe you need a new mattress.
I just got one.
Oh no!
Oh no! Maybe that's
maybe
the
need
problem.
another new mattress.
It's just one of those things. You haven't stretched yet. You haven't had water yet. I totally get it, Sarah. Not the right answer though.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye bye.
Oh, I can only imagine starting your day that way, going, wow, this doesn't feel very good. Yes. Nearly 30% of Canadians realize that they are out of shape when doing this. And just looking at the text line at 981-981, both Bob and Joanne are both saying shoveling. That will do it.
Yeah.
Your heart rate starts going. You're supposed to be bending at the knees, but then you inevitably use your back.
And you feel it more after.
Yes.
Like later on a couple hours, you're like, oh no, no.
And not just for one day, for several days. And then you got to do it all over again. Nearly 30% of Canadians realize that they are out of shape when doing this. Let's go to Mary in Bradford. What do you think it is?
When you bend over to tie your shoes.
Oh, that's a good one. I have a pair of boots that are just hard to put on. And oh my goodness, every time I got to put those boots on, I'm like, why can't I do this? Balance, all the things.
Absolutely. I feel like what I was feeling when I was pregnant. My husband would tie my shoes, but he won't do it anymore.
Go figure. What's his problem?
I know.
Mary, good guess, but not the right answer. Wes from Toronto, what's your guess to our nearly impossible question?
Is it getting dressed?
Like anything specifically when you're getting dressed that makes you feel like you're out of shape?
Well, when you're sitting on the edge of the bed trying to find your feet way down there and think, wow.
Wow, my feet got far.
Yeah.
Where is the automatic sock putter on her?
Somebody should invent one of those. Wes, very good guess, but not the right answer.
All right, have a good day.
You too. Let's go to Innisfil. Vicky, what's your guess?
I'm saying dancing.
Oh. Dancing's one of those things where I don't view it as exercise. So I feel like when I'm dancing, it's fun and I don't feel like I'm out of shape. But then
when was the last time you were dancing?
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might feel it next time.
The next day, your knees, your back, everything is killing you.
Yeah. And your feet. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay.
Yep.
Vicky.
Yep.
This is why I don't dance. But not the right answer.
Okay, thanks, ladies. Have a great day.
You too. And on the text line at 981-981, someone's saying when you try to do the running man, which is interesting because that is a dance move.
Is that one of your favorites?
It is one of my favorites. I don't even know if I can do it anymore. That's a good question. Maybe that will be my measure of whether I'm out of shape. Nearly 30% of Canadians realize they're out of shape when doing this. One more text here. Carol from Brampton saying, when you put on your clothes and they're too tight, they don't fit anymore.
Oh.
Good guess. That would definitely give you an indication. Why don't I go ahead and give you a hint here? This is something that you do every week, sometimes even twice a week. Nearly 30% of Canadians realize they're out of shape when doing this, and you would do this every week, sometimes even twice a week. All right, let's see if we get it. I gave a pretty juicy hint. Nearly 30% of Canadians realize they are out of shape when doing this, and the hint was you do this at least once a week, sometimes even twice a week. Kelly from Fergus on the text line saying, vacuum or sweep. Oh, yeah. You'll definitely feel out of shape doing that. Good guess, Kelly, but not the right answer. Let's go to D in Ajax. Do you think you know the answer?
My guess is grocery shopping.
You got it! D, how did you know that?
Because every time I go grocery shopping with my wife, I have to push the cart and I always lean up on the cart.
Not because you're bored.
And that's pushing a cart.
All day at the store.
Yeah, and you can feel it in your back?
Yes.
And then there's still the part where you have to pick up the groceries and take them from the car into your home. And that in itself, you're like, how many bags can I carry at once? I used to be able to do it all in one go.
Yeah.
There's more trips now.
That is the rarest part because when she got home, she just walked straight through the door and I have to take everything.
D, it sounds like we got to talk about some bigger issues. The division of labor, maybe. D, you got it right. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you very much. You guys have a good day.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Why not get you to laugh a little bit, maybe smile? Anderson Cooper had a viral moment that I will never forget because it was the first time I'd ever seen someone who was usually very serious when reporting the news lose it live on the air while reporting on Gerard Depardieu, who I guess did number one on a plane in front of passengers. And he was using puns to tell the story. And this is how it went down.
Now, all I can say is they should thank their lucky stars it wasn't Depardieu. Sorry. That made me giggle every time I read it. He hasn't commented on this incident. Depardieu. I know you got it, but... All right, sorry. Sorry, this has actually never happened to me. You always see this sort of thing on YouTube and you don't think it actually happened to me. All right. Sorry. All right.
Anderson Cooper just losing it.
So good.
He later described it as him acting like a 13-year-old who just met Justin Bieber. And it's one of those things, you hear that clip, you hear him giggling, and you can't help but giggle yourself.
I had never seen that clip till you showed it to me the other day, and I couldn't stop laughing, and I watched it over and over again. It is so good.
It's just, sometimes that happens where you just get the giggles and you can't stop. It's probably not even that funny.
No.
But you just can't stop. And, we've all been there.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's been times in here where I'm laughing till I'm crying.
And then I don't even remember why we were laughing.
And it was never, and if you try to repeat it to anyone, they're like, had to been there. We weren't there, but thank you, Anderson, for the giggles. I love it.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.